You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The Herons are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Danny should be here shortly. Welcome to another episode of the Batter Herons podcast. I am your host, Chris Duran, and alongside me is a blank screen. Danny should be coming in shortly. He's just running a little late, getting some things done. So you guys got to deal with me for a little bit of the beginning of the show. So shout out to you guys that have been waiting, holding on tight. Usually we try to start at 9:05. But it's 5 minutes later, and better late than never. No? So let's get to the comments here. Shout out to Amy Rodriguez. Hello. And everybody's here, Jerry, or on their way here. Shout out to Mr. Krabs. Yes, the Herons are back. And Soccer Daddy saying here to hate Chris. Listen, it's okay. I love you, Soccer Daddy. You're really the best. You're one of the best. And Max is saying, who's Allende's dad's paying this week to start on Friday? That's interesting because Silvetti's going to come back. And that's going to raise a lot of questions in terms of who is going to be making the start. Who's Mascherano going to be going to? And Gus, yeah, I mean, Danny's getting here shortly, guys. At least this gives me an opportunity to talk and just in case, because my internet felt a little clunky in the beginning. So at least Danny doesn't have to have me trample over his words. But guys, I've been super excited. Like kind of just taking it all in from the last game against Nashville. And I've been extremely excited, super happy where we're at in terms of the positive momentum, right? I think we could have been better this year, but I think we'll leave some of that discussion when Danny gets on here. David says Silvetti lost the final. I mean, yeah, Argentina lost the final, but Silvetti wasn't starting. So, like, I think he made the best out of what was giving, what was given to him. So it is what it is, I guess. You just got to kind of accept it. And he's playing positively for Inter Miami when he was here, and then for Argentina. So that's always great. And it's funny because look, Soccer Daddy's saying, I feel better for playoffs this year. I don't know why. It's a weird thing, right? Because we sat higher in the table in first place with the Supporter Shield last year. It felt like skies was the limit. We were on the top, and then we just get knocked down by David, aka the Atlanta United. But I guess that's a discussion that we're going to be having. I don't feel really good about this, and it's crazy because there was a comment that was on our last YouTube channel that says that we are like negative comment mongers. What's up, Danny?
Was good.
And I was just talking a little bit.
I saw that comment.
Dude, I wanted to bring that comment up so bad on the show, like blast it here. I didn't screenshot it or anything.
They said we fish for views. So we're very negative because all we want is the views. If we wanted the views, we would just talk about Messi literally from start to finish if we wanted views.
Yes, and just do Messi videos and Messi shorts and name our show The Battered Messis. Like, I mean, we could just do that, right? Just
The Battered Messis. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is I think that it's fair for us who watch this team, who dedicate our time, our money, our resources, our attention to this team, to be a little critical. about this. And V Vegas saying,
You're
Danny,
optimistic now?
well, yeah, look, I started the show up. I said, I feel good about the trajectory that we've been making, right? We won against Nashville, right? I mean, Toronto's a team. You saw what they did against Orlando. That's a team. So, and shout out to Rick A. Says, bro, if you don't like it, find another channel. The internet is free for everyone. Listen, there's other channels if you guys, listen, you get your information here the same way you get it anywhere else. You just get it in a lot funner way.
So you are now optimistic.
So I'm optimistic, but I feel like we fell short of what could have occurred. Like, shout out to Scotty from Dry Pink. I was watching a little bit, and he's been pushing these stats, these Oscar Ustadi stats that are absolutely diabolically terrible about how he is. And you could just see that he's one of the worst goalkeepers ever. And Rocco has had, like, statistically a really good season for a goalie in terms of, like, the sample size. Like, if we would have had Rocco
8 games.
Well, if he would have started more games, we might be sitting at a different spot. We were only one short of the Supporter Shield, Danny.
Are you gonna tell me that you didn't like Ustadi the first 2 or 3 months of the year?
Not really, dude. Like, I mean, I liked Drake Callender more than Ustadi.
We watched the preseason, and when we watched the first month of the season, we said we wish Drake would have been healthy to compete, but we understood Ustadi winning that job because we thought he played well.
Well, I mean, what I remember. He won the job clearly from Drake. And obviously we could see that his injuries had played a factor in why he was playing so poorly.
So I thought that he played really well to begin the year, and then around that tough stretch that we had, like late April with Vancouver, all the way into when he got injured right before the Club World Cup. I thought that was a really bad stretch for him and the team in general. And then they picked it up once the Club World Cup started again.
Well, Club World Cup is where I think you had your best Ustadi.
Yes.
No? Like, holistically, you had your best Ustadi possible. But, I mean, I kind of want, like, better consistency against teams that supposedly are worse than the teams that we ended up playing against Porto, against, other teams in the Club World Cup.
Yeah, and Yuri's here. Shout out to Yuri. Did you like Ustadi conceded savable goals? No, absolutely not. He got beat near post way too often. I'm not saying he had a good year. I'm not saying he had a good year by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying that to say that he was terrible the whole season, I think is a bit much, because we all thought, like, okay, maybe they were right. Maybe they were right choosing him over Drake because he started off pretty strong, but he fell off quick. And I remember on this show saying, I've never seen somebody age so much in front of my eyes like he had. It felt like he just fell off a cliff from one game to the next.
Well, and I don't think that anybody is saying that he played poorly all season. But I think a goalkeeper of his, I guess, tenure, of his experience, allowed a lot of goals that you would consider a more athletic goalkeeper to be able to stop. And that's their job, to stop goals. And so here we have projected onto us this goalkeeper that's kind of mainly playing because he's very good at his feet and he can stop goals. But then at the same time, he can't stop all the goals. Like, he can't stop the ones that are stoppable.
But one thing I will tell you that I thought he did better than Drake ever did and that Rocco does, he played that sweeper keeper role better than anybody's ever played for Inter Miami.
Yes.
When there was a long ball, he'd beat an attacking player to that ball, which would have been a dangerous ball. And he did a great job doing that. So the timing on his runs when he went out to clear a ball, that sweeper keeper role that he played, I thought he did that very well. And that I don't think he ever messed up on. Unless memory serves me incorrectly, that part of his game never fell off. I thought the timing on his runs when trying to clear a ball were always impeccable. And I guess that with experience that comes, right? Like he's seen that enough where he played that very well. So that part of his game is the only part of his game that I felt was always on point, because even his distribution sometimes was poor. because his distribution is better than the Drake and Rocco, and I get that. But even that, I felt like he would mess up here and there. But that part of his game I thought was really good, especially for for a team that plays such a high line. I thought that was one of his strong suits, is playing that sweeper keeper role.
So I mean, in terms of regular season recap, like we talked a little bit about the goalkeeper, right? I mean, it's essentially Ustadi. You got Rocco. You got Drake in the beginning of the season a couple times. But for the most part, that sort of sums it up. And we get to the point now where it seems like it's going to be Rocco.
When you think about last year compared to this year, it feels like this year was a lot worse than last year, does it not?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, as far as goals conceded, it feels like our defense was just 10 times worse than it was last year.
Yeah.
Do you think we gave up more goals this year than we did last year?
I felt like we gave up more goals this year.
Okay. You are correct, which I think is as obvious. How many more do you think we conceded?
Yeah.
If you had to take a guess.
Well, it feels like a lot, but if you're asking, then that means it's only got to be like a couple, like 5 or 6.
6. We gave up 6 more goals than we did last season, which seems, to me, honestly, I was surprised when I saw it was only 6, because I thought that it was a much larger fall off defensively. Only 6. Okay. So that's one thing. Offensively, we felt like, man, Tata had this team rolling. Like the way we were scoring goals last year, this year we fell off a cliff. Yes or no?
Yeah, but there's a key difference here, because I know where you're going, and I'm gonna have you pump the brakes real quick. Okay?
Right.
I see it. Now the problem here is, because I already know that we've scored 80 plus goals in the season. Like I remember seeing that statistic without even looking at my information. Well, I don't think it was over 80, but I think here's the key difference. Consistently, we were scoring in pretty chunky bunches every single game. This season, we had a slew of games where we were like 0, 1, 2 maybe. And then there was a lot of 3s and 4s and 5s. So I feel like because of that, we scored more. Messi scored more. Messi played more. He played less last year.
He did play more. He did.
So
I don't know if you remember.
He played less last year. He scored less last year.
There was a span of, I don't know if it was like 6, 7, or 8 games where we won consecutive games 2-1. Like it was 2-1 for a bunch, like 5, 6, 7 games in a row. We were consistently scoring, but man, we scored 81 goals this year. The next team was in the 60s, I believe. Like our attack was on fire, and it felt like that was nowhere near the case throughout the season. Now, to your point, I do know that we ended the season very strong.
Yeah, Orlando City scored 63. Chicago scored 68. And then you got a couple 60s with San Diego, Vancouver, and LAFC, all under 66. And then, wow, San Jose, who was 10th in West, scored 60 goals. But they're just Swiss cheese.
Mm-hmm. So just to put it in perspective, in the last 4 games of the season this year, we scored 16 goals.
I mean, but look at that. That's let's say you average 2 goals a game. That's 6 goals. That's take away 10. I mean, look, you're the math guy here, but I'm pretty sure that says that we scored more last year.
We would have been at 71.
But then we would have scored, I imagine, more last year than the year before.
We would have been leading the league anyway.
Well, yes, leading the league, but we would have had less than last year.
How many did we have last year? 79. So we would have been off by 8 goals.
79.
But Messi didn't play that much last year compared to this year.
But look at that. We scored 79 goals last year with Messi missing like 9, 12 games.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not saying that this year's team was better than last year's team. Obviously, last year's team broke the record for supporter shield points in a season. I'm just surprised when I compare the statistics between the 2 years. I'm surprised to see where we stand at the end of this season, because I thought that by the end of the year, we would look a lot worse, especially in the attack, especially defensively. And six goals more given up this year than last year is a surprise to me. And the goal differential last year was 30. The goal differential this year was 26. Like, this team, like, yes, maybe not as good as last year, but not that far off. Not that far off, at least statistically.
This is something I mentioned to Danny here. Mr. Spider Pig is saying the best defense is a good offense. I've mentioned that. And the best defense is a good offense. Score goals, and then you don't have to worry about your crappy defense pooping the bed.
Yeah, but that you can take that with a grain of salt. In this sport, if you are weak defending the transition, no matter how good you are on the attack, you turn the ball over once, and you can find yourself in a world of hurt. Especially if you're playing against a team that plays a low block, which I don't think that we're going to run into any of those coming down the line. But
Nashville is the king of low block. Danny,
not anymore.
Score goals.
That was before.
Score goals. Give me goals. That's it. Give me goals.
Okay.
Give me 3 goals a game. And that's the best defense.
Sure. So, we've said it time and time again. Our biggest rival is Nashville SC. And here we go to really just cement this rivalry. We got the best 2 out of 3 coming up. We haven't lost against Nashville since Messi's arrival. Chris, does this matchup, being against Nashville, does it make it any juicier for you? Do you not give a crap and you just want to move on to the second round already? Like, what's your feeling now that we kind of just sit back and we know we got Nashville for the next 2 to 3 weeks?
I'm happy that it's Nashville, because there has been this sort of built-up rivalry. We came into the league at the same time. We beat Nashville in the League's Cup. The Nashville feels some type of way because they finally won a trophy, which happens to be the oldest trophy in the United States, and they're super happy about it, even though that they had to play USL 3 teams or whatever. I don't know. I think it's good. I think it adds to the rivalry, this series. I'm actually excited for the series because it's going to get a little chippy. I'm here for it, Danny, and I'm happy because Orlando is sitting at 9th place, and they have to play a Wednesday game to figure out whether they have any more season left.
In Chicago, which is wild. Shout out to K-San. Danny, the T is fire. Appreciate that. We got a bunch of new shirts. We got the Rocco Blocco shirt finally up on the store, batterfans.com. And for the rest of the week, up until, I want to say Thursday, promo code playoffs for 15% off. And because we got to get playoff ready. We got to get gear ready. We got the Believe shirts. We got the Messi Goat shirts. We got all that stuff. So batterfans.com, promo code playoffs for 15% off up until Thursday. Rocco can hear sign language and speak Braille. Look, let me tell you,
those are facts.
If Rocco can help us win a title,
oh my God!
Like I know it's been a joke all throughout the season, the whole Rocco thing, but again, I believe in the romanticizing sports, and I think that this could be one of those cool stories that we remember as a franchise forever. Like, oh, remember Rocco when he just came in and all of a sudden just balled out at the end of the season? He started the last 3 games of the regular season and then kind of just rode that momentum into the playoffs. Like, I like to romanticize sports. I think that there's something to it. I don't know why, but things just end up that way. And I'm excited for it. So, I think that Nashville...
I'm going to put a picture up real quick. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that Nashville, with the season they had, winning the Open Cup, I think that they came into the playoffs, or at least right before Saturday when they played us, feeling confident. We could beat anybody. We can compete with anybody. I think we mentally killed them after Saturday's game. I think after that, losing that way at home, I think that they're going into the series just house money, like, oh, let's just, we made it this far, we got a trophy. I think that they're mentally already halfway to Cancun. I think that they know that they're outmanned, and I think that this is the best case scenario for Miami. Beating them the way they did in Nashville, I think that mentally they're already checked out. And I really do believe that. I don't think that they think that they can beat us anymore.
But they also have an American goalkeeper with an American mustache named Joe Willis, who can literally Guzan us.
We put 5
so
on
there's
them.
That possibility. Like, I'm pretty sure that
there's a difference.
Thinking.
There's a difference. Let me break this down to everybody, because I don't think people realize.
He has a mustache, Danny.
I keep hearing about the Atlanta thing last year. We haven't lost to Nashville since Messi's arrival. Atlanta is literally the kryptonite to Inter Miami. The first loss of Messi's era in Miami, even though he didn't play that game, but since he arrived, the very first loss was against Atlanta. Messi's first home loss was against Atlanta. Right before the playoffs started, we drew with Atlanta. I think it was like 1-1 or 2-2. We've had issues with Atlanta way before the playoffs even started last year. Atlanta was always a team that gave Miami trouble. Like, so it wasn't just like a random thing that just popped up and started during the playoffs. Like, it is something that has been going on since Messi's arrival. So it was different going into the playoffs, even though I still thought Miami should have kicked their ass. But it was different. Going against Nashville, Nashville has not shown any fight against Miami since Messi's arrival, and I don't think that'll change now. Atlanta and Nashville last year and this year, 2 completely different situations.
Can I we got a super slam here. Cringe says we should never underestimate any team in the playoffs. We should go into every game like dogs looking to destroy every team.
I think after last year, I don't think Miami will ever underestimate somebody in the playoffs after what happened to them last year. But us as fans from the outside looking in, if you look at that whole Eastern Conference, Nashville's probably the one team that you want to play. Columbus is a good team, even though we own Will Fernandes. It's a good team. Cincinnati is a good team. Orlando's had given us a tough time. You got Chicago, just put 5 on us. You got Charlotte on turf. You don't want to see them. NYCFC playing in the sandbox. You don't want to play. Like, the whole Eastern Conference. If there was one team, I'm not underestimating them. I understand that anything can happen. But if there's one team that if you could pick to play, it would probably be Nashville.
I need to bring this comment up, Danny, because I mentioned it. We're playing against an All-American mustache, but Rick A says Rocco has a mustache. It's like Rocco's powerful mustache.
Right? Doesn't he have a mullet?
And a mullet. Wow. That's like double the power. That's it. 6-7.
Do you want to chime in any more with Nashville, or are we moving on?
No, let's move on. Let's talk about Messi, man. They say we don't talk enough about Messi. Let's talk about Messi.
Oh, real quick, Jack Carr says, I disagree, Danny. It depends on what Nashville coach thinks, whether the game plan from last time is okay. If they should work on a different one, I think they'll be ready for the playoff, of course. And I think that they'll try something different. I don't think that they were ready for Miami to become so aggressive in the second half last game. Miami was a little more lax, laying back in that first half, and they kind of just let Nashville kind of take it to them, take control of that game, put the pressure on Miami. And in the second half, Miami said, F this. And they started playing a higher line, and they started taking it to Miami, Nashville. And I don't know if Nashville was expecting that. And also, if Nashville converts 1 or 2 of those chances they had in the first half, that game could turn out totally different. Mentally, things completely changed. But they blew the chances that they had, and Miami took advantage. So, yes, I'm sure that BJ Callahan will have them ready. I'm sure that he'll have something cooked up. But I just look, Nashville hasn't been able to beat them yet since Messi arrived, and we'll see. We'll see. But I think it could happen.
Shout out to Tommy one time. Tommy 2 times with the Super Slam. Says the ghost of Brad Guzan might possess Willis. And Guzan officially retired. So, like, if I was him, I'd go to Nashville and Miami and support him in every game.
You know, my favorite. What my favorite memory of 2024 is, which is sad that it's my favorite memory. My favorite memory of 2024 is Campana pushing Guzan into the net.
Oh yes, yeah, that was phenomenal.
That was awesome.
And it was like a triple decker because Messi goes to steal the ball. Guzan's upset because he stole the ball. Campana comes and shoves him into the next planet. And then Suarez just unnecessarily just comes and just wags a finger at him. Mm-hmm. And it's like, first of all, it was unnecessary, but that just made it so much better.
I know. And you know what? And that moment would be legendary if they didn't just randomly stop playing a couple minutes later and then just freeze up and allow that random goal. Because that was such a cool moment.
I'll tell you, as far as back-to-back MVPs, well, Amy Rodriguez is saying, hey, Danny, are you going to be happy if Inter Miami wins the MLS Cup? No, he's going to be miserable still. Dark soul.
Well,
because the Jets are awful.
So what some people in the comments on YouTube have been saying is that when we win, I look miserable on here, and when we lose, I'm happy. Yeah. So maybe not. I thought I was thrilled when we won the League's Cup.
I mean, I guess we pay season tickets and go to the games just to be miserable.
I mean, that's
drive an hour.
All my teams suck, so.
Oh wow. Yeah, Rick that's so true. And Danny is always sad. I mean, look, the Jets are a disgrace right now.
No,
they're not as bad as the Dolphins.
Yeah. All right.
So back-to-back MVP showing. I mean, we talked a little bit about his performance against Nashville, right? I mean, that just goes to show you what kind of player he is. Somebody in the chat said how unselfish he is right here. Max Brooks says how unselfish was Messi's assist last game. He's really a true leader and understands what needs to be done to motivate and bring confidence back to players. Listen, the kind of player that Messi is just 1 in a billion.
Yeah.
1 in a billion. So, like, how he can not win the MVP is, I mean, he has to with the way that he performs.
Oh, absolutely. No, and I wanted to go ahead and make a clip, well, not a clip, like a little video of all his goals and kind of like watch it over, kind of like we did with the defense. But then the MLS did it for us, and MLS put up a video. So they did the work for us. I mean, so it's not as fun doing it anymore because now it's out there. But the MLS went ahead and they counted all 29 goals. Which was your favorite Messi goal of the season?
Wow. I'd have to say my favorite Messi goal of the season. There was a goal, I forgot what team he scored it on, but it was, I mean, he was legitimately right in front of the goal. It was kind of like he bounced it over himself and then he kind of just tapped it right in. I have to find the game, man. I wish I could remember that game.
Well, mine's is the
Do you have one in mind already?
Yeah, the Montreal one where he danced through like 10 players inside the box. Like he was just dancing. You don't remember that goal? He was dancing in the box.
I think that might have been it. I'm not sure if that was
over the goalie. To me, that was by far and away the best Messi goal this season, which was absolute beauty. And we have another.
Max Brooks with a super slam here says,
shout out to Max.
Says, can we all also stop with the Suarez hate? He's not putting up the same goal numbers, but the chances he creates and IQ movement off the ball is brilliant. Listen, this Max is a great comment because people are hating way too much on Suarez.
Was it last episode that they said that I have no ball knowledge because I was saying that Suarez had a good game?
Yeah, I guess because a striker can't do anything else except score goals. And if you don't score goals, then you're terrible, even though he has a high amount of assists.
This is the best.
Let me tell you, that's the worst. No, it's not. Yellow Gatorade is the best. I was
Yellow Gatorade. You're an idiot. Who the hell likes yellow Gatorade?
Yellow Gatorade is by far and away The best flavor Gatorade you can purchase.
Oh my God.
And I had this conversation with you. I saw you drink the red Gatorade. I was going to bring it up. I was going to wait till the end of the show. But since you guys want to do that blasphemous speaking, like, who drinks the red Gatorade? Who drinks the orange
Everybody.
one?
Red is the worst.
Red is the worst. Yeah, hell yeah.
Dennis is the worst. Red is the best, and then orange, a close second.
No, orange is better. No, I mean, listen, Dennis, you need to get out. There's no way the orange is better. The yellow is the best.
If you say orange
Gatorade
is the best, I will accept orange is the best because I feel like red and orange are like right there. But yellow, who the hell? They don't even carry those in stores usually because nobody buys them.
What do you mean? Those are the 3 flavors that they carry in the 12 ounce.
I don't buy 12 ounces.
Orange, of course, is the OG because it's Gatorade, and they made it orange because of the colors of the school.
Mm-hmm. Florida Gators.
Yellow is the
some people might not know that.
The yellow is the best one. I mean, it's Gatorade.
Well, yeah, but people don't realize that, Chris. Not everybody. Some people here don't even watch college football.
I mean, it's Gatorade. It's like Florida Gators.
The Florida Gators. I guess that's what whoever it is that created it over there called it Gatorade because they were giving it to the players over there. Gatorade.
I mean, it's absolutely not up for debate. Danny is drinking Gatorade. Yeah, that's all he does. The red flavor.
This is the best. I'm telling you. You know, we were going to do an episode this week.
That's better than orange, but it's not the best.
If anybody wants, and if you guys want to do it, because I think we're going to finish early today. So if you guys want to just randomly throw questions out there, we're going to do a mailbag episode this week. But I think we're not going to have time to do it anymore because the game's on Friday now. So it kind of pushes everything. Chris is very upset about it being on Friday. Well, they ruined it for me also because my kids have a trunk or treat event. And they don't want to miss it because they like dressing up for all that stuff. So, much like last year, because last year, was it the first game or the third game that ended up on the same crap as on a weekday? Ended up having to miss for a trunk or treat also. So that's 2 years in a row. Just put the games on Saturday or Sunday, guys. Why do you have to do it on a weekday? So I won't be able to make it to the game on Friday because I will be in a trunk or treat.
Mitch is saying back when I was in UF, they would give out free Gatorade in the infirmary. Don't know if they still do with this economy. Probably not. Mitch, you're going to be our Gatorade connoisseur here. What flavor is the best flavor? Yellow, red, or orange? Mitch is the only one that can answer with validity at this moment. And I mean, Mirna, you're shout out to you. You're the true hero.
Is that a cat in the profile picture? If it is, then I can't take Mirna serious.
It doesn't look like a cat. It actually looks like a labubu.
Okay, labubus are accepted.
It's like a labubu.
I don't like cats.
It looks like a labubu. It's a labubu.
Maybe, I don't know. Chris, you know what? I have a question for you.
I wanted to get all the votes of the year and tally them together to see who got the most que penas.
I have a Chris. Yes, Mr. Krabs. I have a question for you, Chris. If you had to pick a worst player of the year for this season, and we're going to do awards in December after the season's over. It's one of my favorite episodes because usually we put it out there on Twitter and you guys get to vote, and then we kind of just read the results while we're on here. But Chris, if you had to pick the worst player of the season, are you going Allende or Lujan?
I think I would have to go Lujan.
Really?
I think I would have to go Lujan just for the simple fact that Allende has some goals that he scored. I would have to go with Lujan because like the number of goals that Allende scored is probably more than the amount of like critical defensive plays that Lujan has made.
I think I would, if you put gun to my head on Friday, one of these two has to start. Which one are you picking? Do you pick Allende over Silvetti or do you pick Lujan over Noah Allen? I'd start Lujan over starting Allende. I feel like Allende has blown way too many opportunities. I think Allende has been the worst. Lujan is bad.
You've seen the drop off when you don't have Noah Allen next to Falcon.
I feel like I've seen Lujan have decent moments, decent games. Allende has blown so many opportunities. That 81 could have been like 90 if he doesn't blow so many opportunities. And my fear is when it comes to the playoffs, we've seen him blow chances, but like luckily Messi saves us. But hypothetically, you're in a 1-1 game and he goes ahead. And what game was it? Was it this past game where he like stepped on top of the ball?
Yes.
Imagine it's a 1-1 game and he does something like that. And all of a sudden, you stay 1-1 and you go to like PKs and lose or something. Like, I don't know. I don't want Allende doing something like that and costing us the game. Now, a lot of people are saying Lujan, which is fair. I get it. But if I had to pick one, I'd rather have Lujan start than Allende, man. Allende, he's frustrated me so much.
It says, somebody just said we could do a poll here. And I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, do I? This is all I've learned how to do. Boop.
There we go, baby. Comments up.
That's all I've learned how to do. We haven't had the time to really like learn. All right, Chris.
Hold on, I'm trying to
starting 11. Since we were just talking about Lujan or Allende, if you had to pick one, which one would you pick as your starting lineup?
Well, I would legitimately go with, and we got a super slam here from Max. And he's actually talking about the starting lineup. He says, how would we feel if we played a 4-3-2-1 formation? Alba, Falcon, Lujan, Frey, Bright, Boosie, DePaul, Baltasar and Messi, and then Suarez.
I like it. I don't think it'll happen. But I thought that at some point we would see a midfield of Bright, DePaul, and Busquets, especially since DePaul and Busquets are so active in getting the ball into that final third, whereas Bright can't, so he could stay back as that lone pivot. I thought that would be a great option, but it doesn't seem like Mascherano is going to be changing his formation. I think he's going to stick to that 4-4-2. So we got to figure out what he's going to do with that 4-4-2 because it seems like he's kind of stuck. And you know what? The way that they've been playing over the last 2-3 weeks, even if it was inferior competition, if that formation has been working and everybody's starting to kind of gel in that formation, I don't think you could kind of just change it up for the playoffs. I think we're kind of just set into that 4-4-2.
And there's a couple super slams here. There's two that we kind of I didn't pull up and you didn't see either. I'm gonna bring up Rick A's first. 499 super slam. He says my favorite Messi goal of the year is when Yannick Bright scored a banger. That's his favorite. You almost made Danny choke on his shitty ass Gatorade.
That was a good one.
And then Max, 80%. 80% says, can we all also stop with the Suarez date? He's not putting up the numbers. Oh, okay, that's right. All right.
Shout out to Max. All right. So up top, we know who's going to be up top. We know that it's Messi and Suarez. That's a done deal. No, nothing changing. Fullbacks, Alba and Frey. I think that's a done deal. Correct?
Yes.
Double pivot, Bright. I'm not Bright. I wish Bright. Boosie and DePaul. That's happening, right?
Unfortunately.
Center backs, Falcon. Is it Lujan or Noah Allen?
It's Noah Allen.
Do you think so?
He's been our best center back.
I think the first half of the year he was. I think Falcon took over as the best center back the second half.
Rick A saying Allen. I mean, Soccer Daddy's here, just Lujan. You think I love mid players? Soccer Daddy loves mid players too. That's why Soccer Daddy, we're right here.
Soccer Daddy would start Lujan and Allende.
Oh my gosh. Falcon is Poo Poo by Kasan. Then Jack Cart, Falcon and Lujan. And then Arya says Allen, sadly, has to be Allen. Of Code is saying. Dennis Code is vomiting after saying Lujan. And Amanda saying it better be Allen.
I would like to see Toto Avila start this game. Nashville,
I think it would help with the height.
The only time Nashville looked dangerous was coming down the flanks and crossing it in to the far post, to the back post. And we never had that back post covered. Put Toto Avila there. He's good at keeping his position. He has the height to win headed balls. I think the only thing that Nashville had going for them is going out wide on their flanks, then working the ball in with the cross and attacking that back post. We were getting sucked in, and I hope Mascherano addresses that because we are not playing this team. We just played them now. We're going to play them another 2 or 3 times. Make sure that somebody defends that back post. Don't get sucked in. And that's it. That's what Nashville had going for them.
I think that what they were doing was not only the crossing from the outside, but whenever somebody was receiving the ball, they would like head it to another player that's in front of them, waiting for the ball. There were a couple instances where they purposely did that. So I feel like they're doing that as a distraction where they're crossing the ball, right? And they're giving the person that's receiving it the option to either head it in or pass it to someone that's waiting right there while everybody's distracted with the receiver.
Ultimately, not having anybody defending the back post gives whoever's receiving that header the option to pass it to whoever's standing in the 6-yard box or to head it home. So regardless, we need somebody to stay home, stay back post, and I would like to see Toto Aviles in there, whether it be with Falcon or Noah Allen. I would like to see Toto Aviles out there because I think that he would do well in those situations. Do I think he's going to start? No. And do I understand why he doesn't start? Yeah, because I don't doubt that he would get a red card in the first 12 minutes, and all of a sudden we're playing with 10 men for the last 90 minutes. So
I would love Noah Allen and Toto to start. That would be like my dream center back pairing.
Well, look, I think Falcon has really stepped up the second half of the year, so I don't want to poo-poo on Falcon either. And I'm glad that Noah Allen might finally get to some playing time consistently next year at left back. All of a sudden, he has his left back position, which I think that he'll do very well in last year. Even though I wish Jordi Alba was staying for another 3 or 4 years, but I'm glad that we have his heir apparent. Yeah, you have his heir apparent. All right, so that's center backs. So now it goes to the biggest questions, right? Left mid, right mid. Let's start with the left mid. I think although Segovia plays well, he's played well recently. I think Baltasar Rodriguez goes ahead and he starts. He's been doing good as a starter. And somebody said it in the chat a couple episodes ago, and shout out to whoever it was. They said neither one of them can play 90 minutes, so it kind of works out anyway. Yeah. So Baltasar first 65, and then Segovia the last.
I think Baltasar has won that position. He's won it outright. And he's won it, and he's shown that he has enough skill and he works well enough with Messi. And on top of that, he works better from the wing than Segovia does. Like, if you told me Segovia is going to start a little bit more middle, then I'd say, okay, that's fine. Centrally, okay.
That 4-3-2-1 that I forgot who it was that put it up there. That I think I would like that, but instead of Bright, Boosie, and DePaul, I would bench. Sorry, I'm blanking here. I would bench Bright because I know that Mascherano wouldn't start him over the other ones, and I'd put Segovia up there, and I'd leave Busquets back there as the lone pivot because I think Segovia next to DePaul with Busquets kind of serving him the platter. Oh my God, could you imagine Busquets funneling those passes through Segovia to Messi or Suarez? That would be great, and I hope that we see that more next year.
Well, let's talk about the right wing because I do want to bring up this whole idea with Busquets playing center back. So I guess now that we handled the left side, we'll go handle the right side.
Busquets cannot play center back.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's too many people that are out there saying that they want to see Busquets playing center back, that they can't wait to see that. Guys, you wait to see that, and you wait to see us lose in the playoffs. First round. We're cooked.
You think
like
if you think we lack transition defense? Like, I'm okay when Mascherano's been doing it for the last 10, 15 minutes. Even then, it's still a little scary.
Oh my gosh, he's his most exhausted.
Yeah, even then it's a little scary. But for the most part, Boosie kind of sits back as almost like a third center back for most of the games anyway.
Yes.
So, yeah, but I
think there's been people I've seen online that have said that it was a masterclass move by Mascherano to put him as a center back. And you guys that are saying that, you guys need to go see a doctor immediately.
I'm with Amy. I hope Allende doesn't start. I hope he doesn't start either.
Well, getting to the right side, I think that Silvetti, unfortunately, is not going to get the start. I would like for him to get the start, but I don't think he's going to get the start. I think Allende, Mascherano's just too comfortable with him. Silvetti's coming back from international duty. I think that he's going to look at Silvetti and see, you came off the bench well with Argentina. You're going to do the same thing with Inter Miami.
They actually lost in the World Cup final, which is it would have been cool if he would have won it. He would have been riding that high. But round one is interesting. Right? We've gone over the starting lineup. Last topic, round one. Round one is interesting. We play at home on Friday. The following Saturday, we go to Nashville. If there's a third game, we come back home and we play them the following Saturday. It's interesting because if hypothetically we win the first two games, which would be October 24th and then November 1st.
November 1st, yeah.
If we win November 1st.
Stupid-ass Friday.
Yeah. And then November 1st. We don't have to play them on November 8th, which would be the third game. Mm-hmm. So that means there's no game on November 8th. There's no game on November 15th. So that means the next game would be November 22nd, probably. So what you're looking at is you go ahead and you eliminate Nashville on November 1st, and you don't play in the second round until November 22nd, 3 weeks later. You could look at that as a good thing, health-wise, to rest your players. But I'm sorry. Right now, we put up 16 goals in the last 4 games. We're clicking. You don't want a layoff of 3 weeks. And on top of that, the fans, like, how is MLS supposed to be building interest in this sport and then give us 3 weeks off right in the middle of the playoffs? Like, this is terrible. It is terrible.
It is awful. I think it's something that is going to kill. It's going to kill the progress that MLS is doing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, could you imagine? At that point, November 1st comes around. You're like, okay, we made it. Now we have to wait till November 22nd. We have 3 weeks. What do we do for 3 weeks? Well, football's going on. Basketball just started. Hockey's going on. Like, there's other things to keep your interest.
You'll be a forgotten memory.
Yeah, you stop thinking about it. You might start thinking about it again the week before, maybe. Like, okay, let's go, week 2. But so many things can happen in 3 weeks. It's just really, really unfortunate that this is the way it's set up, because you almost hope that there's a third game, because otherwise you're just not playing forever.
Tomas, we're like not defending the trash ass league that you're saying we're defending.
I feel like this is like anything but defending it, right?
Yeah, like, Tomas, are you sure you're good? You good? You got your glasses on, buddy? You got good headphones? We're not defending that.
But November 22nd, second round. Then you have November 29th, third round. And then you have the final, which is December 6th, I believe. So, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Chris, do you have any final thoughts. Oh, and by the way, Las
Uh,
Garzas coming at you in like 5 minutes. So go ahead, get on that channel. We've been trying to give you more Las Garzas content. So make sure you jump on that channel and check it out. We'll be going on with Xavier Lavos and Daniel Solana to talk about a lot of the stuff we talked about today here, playoffs, Nashville, and all that other stuff in Espanol.
Listen, my final words are the picture that I wanted to bring up onto the program. How can we not be happy with the goalkeeper taking pictures like this? I mean, this is a picture posted by Inter Miami. This is one of top 3 pictures I've ever seen from Inter Miami ever. I mean, look at this. Like, you know what song I hear when I see this? I hear the danger zone. Like, this is it right here.
What song is that?
That's the freaking Top Gun main song. No?
I thought that movie sucked.
That's a manly classic.
Man, what makes it manly?
What do you mean? What makes it manly? Danger Zone makes it manly.
I got the knee for speed.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go, bro. Out. Let's go.
That's a whack ass movie.
Rocco Blocco, baby. I'm gonna trademark that shit.
Can you trademark somebody's name or nickname?
I mean, who says I'm talking about him? What if I made it up?
Yes. The Rocco Blocco shirt is up on the store. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick.
By the way, yes, I do hear Careless Whisper as well. Upcode, that's a great song. Okay.
I don't know what song that is either.
Oh man, you talk about how you know music. Get out of my face. Dennis Lopez says it is cheesy as hell. Listen, there's a little cheese in every man movie. Okay.
Let's see. I know that song. Seven Nation Army.
You don't know anything.
Yes.
Oh,
But anybody,
there we go. I have no idea what's happening. Okay, so Danny just froze. And literally I thought that I was done. And here it is. It's him that literally froze. What a bad one. I was silent just in case he was like talking there. Sorry, guys. Yes, so I'm back. Well, you guys saw the picture. I actually didn't want to say much, but that picture looked really cool. I mean, you guys see it. They put up the shirt, Rocco Blocco, and essentially it's sort of in the logo of the old Nickelodeon cartoon Rocco's Modern Life. Super dope. Colors are nice. Check it out in the store. I'll go ahead and I'll put up the promo code again, just so you guys could check it out. Promo code playoffs for 15% off. So go ahead and put playoffs so we can get 15% off. And that would be store-wide. Any shirt that you want to go through. Rocco shirt. You got the Messi shirt against Nashville. That's going to be cool. Yes, upcode, you caught me red-handed. I got stuck basically staring at Rocco's sunset shot. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? This is what we're going to do, guys. If we're going to, I mean, we're going to end the show. We're going to end the show right. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to end the show with you guys taking a peek at this man right here. Okay, this one right here. The man in between the sticks, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. For those of you listening on audio, thank you so much. Put 5 stars and say, Danny, you suck, or red Gatorade sucks. Because really, that's the worst Gatorade you can ever drink in your whole life. And guys, for those of you in the chat, you guys are phenomenal. You guys are awesome. You waited for us in the beginning, and you stuck through and through us talking about Gatorade and all this other kind of stuff. Que pena definitely goes to Danny. Okay, this is a man with a master plan right here. You know what he has in his hand? He has the fate of the team in his hands. Okay, that's what he has. So chat, you guys are amazing. Everybody hanging out with us, you guys are fantastic. And we'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget, we're going to be doing Las Garzas in Spanish in about 5 minutes. So go ahead and hop on over. You can hear us talk a little bit of Espanol about Messi. And we'll probably be back on, I think, Wednesday. But we're going to be doing a lot of MLS stuff. So check us out over there. Until the next one, mi gente, have a good one.